When I think internet apply in business and logistics, what I think is that internet allow to companies to tertiary what's called human labor. So it definitely will decrease cost of labor, as well as it will be more efficient. And how can internet help us sell more and produce with less? Okay, so internet is a window for the world, where in every part of the world you can see what they'll sell in other. By this way, it will improve a lot the sales. It will be make higher the profits, the incoming, and as I said before, it will tertiary work labor. So this will have more markets, have more people buying our stuff, but as well it will let us to to hire less persons. We will have more benefits, and we will be more productive with less cost. And mega efficiency in mega cities. With a scenario focused on the big cities, how could life in the rural areas be promoted with initiatives that include internet and logistics? Okay, so we have to take into account that the way of living in big cities is completely different to rural things. We cannot take the things we have in the big cities, in the metropolis, and impose them in rural, because things are different. So what we can do is think on how the dynamics of the rural side of the country can be applied initiative of internet and logistic. So we cannot impose what it's in the big cities, but what we can do is observe what their needs and what their sources and what their weight of economy and their economic sources, and that way we can include internet and logistics. But definitely, we cannot impose what it's on the big cities. Customized lifestyle. Okay, digital security is a really huge problem, because when you have e-commerce and when you have someone buying, and if I'm a customer, I really want my information to be sure and to be secure, because I don't want to be robbed. So this thing really, I don't know, needs good programmers, but as well thinking on policies, public policies should be improved in this side, cause internet for us and e-commerce and buying stuff, it's new for the world, and I think governments in the state haven't had like a rigorous and state and put on limits on what's e-commerce and what's good, and they haven't like regulated the necessary stuff. So by one way, the policies have to be more rigid. By the other way, as technology is improving, that same way, security should be improved. And the last question is, the possibility to exchange goods and information from opposite parts of the world is what has made internet and e-commerce so popular. But in the imposition of protectionism barriers, how do you think these dynamics will change and adapt? Okay, I think protectionism and barriers is really hard, and it doesn't allow to continue an open market. What it happens with capitalism. An example for China, in China, it's difficult to trade and to have all this e-commerce called the protectionism the government makes. So we have to take into account that the dynamics in that part of the world, like whatever it is, are different. I don't think they will change and adapt, but what our policies in our internet and our e-commerce should adapt to that place and to the requirements of that place and of that government of that state. Because at the end of the day, it's what that state is about it, and we cannot as well as I said before, we cannot impose that on the state because they decide protectionism. I'm not wading into protectionism, but we have to respect it and we have to see what's the best way to have a really good profit and good incomes, taking into account protectionism barriers. global resilience and local adaptation. How do you think internet will help to create production and logistic cooperation in conglomerates in the future? Conglomerates, okay. I think a good example of conglomerates is the Silicon Valley. It's a good sample. I think it's successful. I don't know how internet can help to create production, but yes, I think it's really good in creating logistic. Cause example is how transportations of things you buy across the world, you can track them online. You have a tool like a 24/7 tool. You can track and you see where your buy it is. So it's a good way as well for organization of the companies to see and to have all online, all the information online. As well, it's a benefit for companies and a benefit for customers because they have 24/7 information. And how it can help conglomerates? I don't think internet can help conglomerates. I don't know now in a project, in a near future, but for now I don't know how it can help it. Because at the end of the day, like conglomerates, a company decides today to put in that place, and then he's so successful that company, other companies decide to come and unit them. But it didn't start by internet, so I don't know how can internet. But if I think in publishing and marketing, internet can be really successful to help conglomerates in the future. Nowadays, I don't know, but by logistics, definitely it will improve and it will make more efficient what it's called transportation and delivery to the consumer.